So yeah, can you give us a brief overview about the BU BME department, and then what makes BU BME so special?
Yeah, this is a great department. It's big, it's friendly. It is in Boston, which I think is just a wonderful place to be.
Exactly.
We have about 600 undergraduates, about 200 or more, probably maybe 225 graduate students.
Wow.
So we're a big department, and we have about 40 faculty, 40 tenure track faculty, and then a number of other people who lecturers, professors in the practice.
Yeah.
And we are, what I really enjoy about it is that we have this big size, but we're not really fragmented. So we're pulling in the same direction. We sort of run like a small department, which I think is great, meaning that when we hire a new faculty member, every faculty member takes that, all 40 of those, or 40 plus of those faculty members take that seriously, and everyone's involved in the important decisions that we make. We have a good spirit in this department, I think. I think that the graduate students are very supportive of each other in general.
Exactly.
The undergraduates are supportive of each other. It's not a sort of a dog-eat-dog kind of world, and the faculty also and staff get along well with each other.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And then, how is your experience as the chair of BU BME department?
Yes, it's a big job. I think the biggest surprise to me was the number of novel challenges that arise each week. So there's a problem that has to be solved now, and I didn't even know it existed 3 hours ago. And it's just a sort of size. More things happen, right? So, just to give you an example, people get sick, right? It's certainly during COVID, but before COVID, people get sick, and you have to figure out how to help them and keep the department running, things like that. But there are just lots of examples, and the complexity of the decision I have to make complex decisions, sometimes with incomplete information, and I'm on the spot. I have to make those decisions
and then you
quickly,
take responsibility
and I have to take responsibility. It's on me. That's absolutely right.
I see. Wow, that's
but I love the job. By the way, I mean we have amazing talent in this department. I have to admit that some of the research that's going on in the department, and basically in this wide variety of areas of biomedical engineering, is just world-class research, and it's fun to help those people realize their potential.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you develop resources to help BME students to develop or improve their career in general?
Yes, well, we certainly raise, one form of resources that we develop is we raise money. So we are good at it, and we have very generous friends and alumni who have helped us out a lot. One of the problems that we have is that we're such a big department, we're a little bit short on space. Some of the space that we have is not optimal, so we're doing a lot of expensive refurbishing of space. The most recent such event was the development of BTech, which is actually going to really matter a lot, especially for our master's and bachelor students. So that's a lab space that's devoted to the computational and personalized medicine. There's an electronics lab that's a big lab that's used for routine labs, but also lots of other cool stuff. And then there's also some wet space there. And so we're trying to generate for students integrated experiences within their classes, their structured classes, but also give them the opportunity to work on electronics projects or computational projects or wet projects independently for both, especially master's and PhD students who don't always have access to those. Master's and bachelor students who don't always have access to a lab that they're working in.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So what's your vision with the BU BME department in the next 5 years and 10 years?
Yes. For the next 5 or 10 years, I think we have established ourselves as absolutely a world-class department. We're recognized worldwide as a world-class department. Basically, I would argue top 10. In fact, U.S. News would also argue top 10. one of our strengths is that we are not afraid to go after the really challenging problems. So neural engineering is an example of this. This is the most this is one of the hardest, most impactful problems that we could be working on, but it's an incredibly hard problem. We're really one of the parent programs of the field of synthetic biology.
Oh, wow.
So synthetic biology was not completely, but largely invented in this department, and by one of our faculty members, by some of our faculty members. We were pioneers in bioinformatics. We are particularly strong in imaging. We're very, very strong in tissue and cell engineering, cell and tissue engineering, and we're very strong in biomechanics and mechanobiology. And so my feeling is we're not going to try to do everything, but we're going to choose these. Another of our emerging topics, which we're growing right now, is point of care and medicine, point of care diagnostics. And so we're going to basically take those 6 areas and we're going to say we want to be world class in 6 things, and so those 6 things will be what Boston University is known for. That's the goal.
That's awesome.
So if the problem is the problem that interests you the most, but you don't think you can work well with the advisor, I would say go find another advisor.
Interesting. People is more important than the projects you're working on.
I think so.
Why?